Hi, hello, welcome to another Vortex video. This is like a tour of all the maps or something like that. This is my first edited video cause yeah. Also I'm using the clumsy buddy voice cause my microphone turned into a pile of metal. Anyway, let's start. This is the first map on the list, demo. This map is just a testing map for all the features in Vortex, such as this truss thing added a bit ago, the old, now dead floor for the old customization method, RIP, and the most obvious one here, obvious. So I'm gonna speed this up cause I'm bad at obvious. Oh my flapplejacks, I finally did it! Okay, cool, now I have to do that all over again. Oh my flapplejacks, I did it again. Anyway, so that was the most of the demo map. Hope you liked it. I credit Halo for creating the map. Let's move on to the next map. This is the second and seemingly least popular one, Classic House. This is pretty obviously based off the Happy Home from Roblox, but this version has things like this nice little fireplace here, a balcony, and even a little viewing window. Overall, that's it for this map. Once again, I credit Halo for making the map, and let's move on to the next. This is the third map, Snowy Peak. This map is quite obviously a snowy peak, specifically a mountain. This map is a great one and has many things such as these scattered ladders and wood pieces on the mountain, a secret cave, a snowman. And finally this little flag at the top to congratulate you for getting to the top. Anyway, that's mostly it for that map. I credit Halo for making it, and let's move on to the next map. This is the fourth map, the Cross Bridges. This map is great as it's very big, with many references and details. This is the first fourth of the map, the theme being a little town area. There's also a skyblock reference up here, so that's cool. Not sure what these are behind the houses though. What a bizarre looking character. A nice little fountain over here. And yet another obby. Another sped apart. A throne room with a feast table and chairs. Or maybe. Also, Omni-Man is up here for some reason. Here's another obby over here. I fell because I suck at this game. Five Nights at Freddy's reference. Nice. A block cave entrance. I wonder what could be inside. A pipe from the Mario franchise. There's a ladder here leading to a reference to the original Crossroads map. I really like this reference as it's pretty cool. And over here we have the top of the second fourth of the map, a small forest-themed area. Another obby. You know what that means. The view here is incredible. And if you have a fear of heights, though. Yet another obby over here. I'm not gonna speed up this part, because I trust you have a good attention span. I think this was supposed to be a race, however, because of the finish line here. And this is the last fourth of this map, which is beach themed. A volleyball game over here, nice. Poke Monday reference with a poke wall. And over here are some umbrellas and towels to relax on. There's also another reference, which is the old Roblox player medals. Over here's a Game Boy with a small obby on it. Cool. I actually suck at this game. This obby here is what I would say the most popular obby in this map. I also have a skill issue, so I can't do it even if I tried. Anyway, that's overall it for this map. It's really big and the map is great. I credit Eduardo for making it, and let's move to the next one. This is the fifth map and my favorite map, Oasis. This map is great with amazing scenery, great building, stuff like that. Over here is this obby leading to a fountain with a lot of greenery around it. Beautiful. Over here is the walk leading to the void. We don't talk about here. This is the main town part. Firstly, here is this campfire with logs around it. Next we have here, assumingly a meat shop. And then here we have a house with a kitchen, living room, and an attic upstairs. Leading to the outside, we have these 3 shops here. Secret area do not ask how I got here. And down here is some sort of camping house. I don't know what to call this. So overall that's it for this map. Love this map and it's my favorite. I credit Grissom, Rick_FRZ, and Ponder_Fennel for making this map, and let's move to the next one. This is the 6th map, Pirate Ship Island. This map is pirate themed with a big ship and small island. Up here is a cannon and the ship wheel along with one of the ship banners. Over here is the left side with many cannons, along with the right side with more cannons. There's also this really small room here with 1 window. There's a ladder leading to the ship bottom. I don't know how to get down here, so I can't show it, unfortunately. And finally, here's this little island over here with a palm tree. That's all for this map. I credit MC Sticky. This is the 7th map, Vortex HQ. This map is really big, with a bunch of stuff in it, which is really cool. In front of the HQ entrance we have this big fountain right here. Here on this table there's a reference of the Roblox HQ. And over here are the Vortex servers. Don't touch them, they're very fragile. This is the 2nd floor, which is mainly a chill-out area. Here you have a little living room-like area and even an entire restaurant over here. And this is the final floor, a meeting room with a throne for Halo. Now, let's go check out everything in the outside area. Over here we have a cave with a railway for the carts with diamonds, emeralds, and even money growing here. Following this trail here leads us to this wheat field with whatever animal this is carrying a wagon next to a house. Parkour time! And at the end of all that, it rewards us with a vortex flag and a beautiful view. Following the trail all the way back leads us to a fishing dock with a fishing ray at the beach with an umbrella next to these 2 towels. That's mostly it for this map. I credit Random Dev 101 for making the map, and let's move on to the next one. This is the 8th map, Familiar Pizzeria. This map is pretty obviously a huge reference to Five Nights at Freddy's. On the sides we have these details of papers and trash. Nothing much. Inside the actual building here we have the main gang, Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. And in this room we have the spare heads as well as the endoskeleton. There's also some broken arcade machines as well as Springtrap and Fredbear. As well as Golden Freddy in the kitchen. And of course there's the night guard office, which is where you are in SNAF1. That's mostly it. This map's great and I credit Rosemary Pastel for making it. Let's move to the next one. This is the 9th map, Vortexia. This map is supposed to be a town for the people of Vortex, assumingly. There's the beach area around the entire island, with things such as umbrellas for shade, a volleyball game net, stuff like that. Here we have a basketball court for playing basketball. There's also a disco building here for parties. And nearby here's this pool. Here we have this white house with many things in it, such as this living room, kitchen, an empty garage, and an upstairs for the bedroom. And another house, this one being brown, with a fireplace, kitchen, and upstairs again. Over here nearby is a store with this cashier. I really hope he gets paid enough. And here's a playground with swings, a slide, and a seesaw. Finally, there's a restaurant here with the order line on the tables, along with an outside area. That's mostly it for this map. I credit you for making it, and let's move to the next one. This is the 10th map, Vanlands. This map is where bad people go as punishment. Just kidding, this is just a concept. Still a cool map. There's the center statue here. Not sure what it's supposed to be, but it looks cool. There's also this odd-looking structure here. Again, I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Over here is a cool-looking lava waterfall. Be careful not to step in. And last of all is the Vanlands glitch, where you're supposed to be able to stand on the edge, but for me I fell out of the map. This will probably get patched soon. Again, that's mostly it for this map. I credit WoW for making it, and let's move to the final map. This is the final 11th map, made by Carmine. You may notice this is the map I used in the intro. Firstly, we have this map you can kind of cheat your way into, the reward being a pile of gold. Here we have this beautiful pond with a picnic and table. You may also notice this is the spot I used in the intro. Forward we have this well here next to this trail leading to a cave. And over here, we have, oh my god, is that a dead body? I'm just gonna, Ignore how bad I am at, oh my god, who is that? Okay, whatever, we have this house right here. And that's mostly it for this final map. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, as I put a lot of effort into it, and that was all of the maps in Vortex. See you guys, bye.